night and we're off. Been here for 7 days now. Maximum amount you can stay. Now we're off to Little Venice. And I'll tell you our plans in a minute. That was our mooring for a few days just over the other side. And then we moved over here. We're just at the Little Venice facilities. Look at this beast going past. All rubbish in it, look. It's massive. Sorry, that's just our rope hanging down. Not a very nice day today. Rain forecast most of the day, I think. So the captain's going to have to cruise us. Right, we're leaving a very noisy mooring. It was constant sirens all night. Some sound like skips being emptied at 3 in the morning. People cycling at like 900 miles an hour on their electric bikes down the cycle path. Not quite sure when that became legal, that you could ride something at about 50 miles an hour down a cycle path, but that's for someone else to sort out. I'm surprised there's not more accidents, to be honest.
Some of that fast has rocked the boat when they go past.
Rocked the boat. That's how fast they've gone. Ridiculous. Anyway.
Yeah, it's like culture in London. Obviously.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a free-for-all on these cycle paths. Anyway, yesterday you will have seen that we left Paddington Basin. We stopped at Little Venice and used the facilities and stuff. And then we cruised, but it pretty much rained most of yesterday, didn't it, really, when you were cruising? So I didn't film a great deal. We are en route to get some fuel. I'm not sure I've updated you, have I, on what we're actually planning to do. So we were going to leave... sorry, I'm just keeping my eye on what's happening ahead. We were going to leave Paddington Basin on Monday, wasn't it? Was it Monday we were going to leave, or Sunday originally? Sunday. So we were going to leave Sunday and we were going to go to the museum moorings for a couple of nights. But then we realised it was Bank Holiday Monday and you cannot have, sorry for the noise, London. You cannot have the mooring, well you can have it on a Monday, but we would have had to leave the boat, move the boat, in the daytime, because the trip boat would have been on for the museum, because normally it's shut on a Monday, but it's open on a bank holiday. So anyway, we ended up cancelling the Monday and we were just going to go Sunday, but then I got up and I wasn't really feeling it. So Chris made an executive decision to book 2 more nights at Paddington Basin. So we stayed at Paddington Basin until Tuesday morning. But when we moved over, it was quite fortunate really. When we moved over to the other side, because we had to move from our mooring that we've booked, because you could only have so many days there. Hold on, I'm going to stop this and start again I'm running out of time. Yeah, so we moved over from the mooring on the pontoon in Paddington Basin to the other side, and when we got over there we got chatting to a couple on I think it was Narrowboat Boo Boo, I think it's called, I'll have to check. And turns out they are doing the Thames on Sunday, and they're going with someone else who has got a pilot, and they've got a VHF radio, and they said there were spaces available. So we checked the weather, that looks good for Sunday, and so we booked it. So it is Wednesday today, so hence why we're going back up the Paddington Arm, because A, we need to get some fuel, the other way we could have gone would have been going through Camden Locks and everything, so past Little Venice, and it's just more in carnage up there by the sounds of it, and we don't fancy being sort of triple moored with somebody else. So our plan is to go up here, and then we're going to come back on Saturday. So obviously we're going to end up doing Camden Locks on the busiest day, Saturday lunchtime probably. Cruise through the Camden area. Sorry, I just seen some ducklings. Cruise through the Camden area. It does smell a bit. There's lots of factories. Cruise through Camden and then do the Thames on Sunday, as you do. So we're booked in for 8 AM to Brentford, and I'll probably do a separate vlog on how to book it all and what you've got to do and stuff, because it's not straightforward. Well, it probably is when you know what you're doing, as most things are, but it's all a bit vague about getting there the night before. Where do you moor in Limehouse basin, and what do you do and stuff, so, and how do you book it? There's various things you have to put on the form, like the air draft of your boat and all sorts, so I'll do a separate video on that at some point. But for now, for the next few days, we're cruising up here. Means I can get some work done because I've still got a decent signal up here. And then Saturday through Camden, which we'll share with you, so you'll need your windlass ready. And then Thames on Sunday. Scary. Right, I'm off to make another coffee. Sun's coming out, so that's nice. See you in a bit. Looks like we're at the marina, but there's a big boat there, so we're going to have to see where we can tie up to try and get some fuel, diesel even. Oh, so there's, looks like there's some room in front of this barge. We're going to moor up and then pop in. That's carrying bricks, I think.
Yeah.
Right, we're filled up at Willow Tree Marina. Very helpful. Thank you, Claire. Another Claire who topped us up with diesel. And we're now, said it was okay to spin the boat, win the boat in the marina entrance, because the canal's not wide enough for us to turn our boat with it being 60 foot. So Chris is going to try and execute a perfect turning again. And the sun's come out. Right, we're nearly there. Of course, there's another boat coming as you do a manoeuvre. I think the wind's got us now. Okay, that is a boat filled with fuel, because that's one of the things I recommend when you go on the Thames, is fill with fuel and fill with water. So we have already filled with water, but we will fill again when we get back to Little Venice. So we turned, as you will have seen, in the marina entrance. And now we're going to try and find a mooring for lunch. Are we cruising anymore today, or is that it?
I don't know. See how we get on.
No, see how we get on. I've got some work to do, but
going too far, because
no,
we'll just get back to Paddington
no, because
Basin.
it's Wednesday today, and we don't need to go through Camden and that until Saturday. So we're might loiter a bit. Gas locker update. So that's had 2 coats now. I'm looking a lot better. All been preserved and treated and everything. So in a much better state than it was. I don't think he's going to paint any more than that because he said it doesn't need it. Yeah. And it's a nightmare to fit in. Yeah, looks good, doesn't it? Still got around here to paint, always another job to do. Bit of a different view for you inside the boat. We are on our way to do the Camden Locks. Yesterday we went and filled up with fuel, would have showed you that. We cruised, the weather was a bit dodgy, a few really heavy downpours, which ended up coming through the hatch. Then we had a load of ants coming through the duck hatch, so it's been an eventful few days. We quickly moored up about 5 minutes ago so I could go to Sainsbury's and get some milk because we'd run out and I need coffee, especially doing Camden. Scary. So I'm off now, we're nearly at Little Venice, and then I will show you the Camden Locks. Get your windlass. Right, here we go. Oh, little fight there. So facilities done, cruising through Little Venice. So that's the way we went last time to Paddington. And this is the way we're going, through Maida Hill Tunnel. And then onto our moorings at Islington. This is bridge number 1. This is bridge number 1 on the Regent's Canal we're on now. Didn't realise. There's a surprise, eh? We've got the tunnel light ready. It's not a very long tunnel, this one. Shouldn't take too long to get through. This is a nice canal side property, look. So yeah, we're now on a new canal, the Regent's Canal, off the Grand Union, which we've been on for a while now. Here we go, through the tunnel. Not really worth putting the light on, to be honest. Can you see the other end? Let me tell you some facts about it. It was built in 1812 to 14 by James Morgan. 248 metres. Take 5 miles at 2 miles an hour. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? You can see that the tunnel light's doing a grand job. Bit different being in a tunnel for 5 minutes than about half an hour at that last one. Nearly at the end. There's lots and lots, I don't know if you can see it on there, of cobwebs and things hanging. Oh, can you see them? Horrible. There we go. Tunnel done. Maida Vale tunnel done. That was easy, wasn't it?
Yeah. All the times I've walked down here.
I know. We're just saying the amount of times we've walked along this canal, particularly the Regent's Canal, and then up to Little Venice, where we've just been many times before we even thought about buying a boat. And here we are, cruising through. Very exciting. Weather's still iffy, but it's sort of trying to rain. Yeah, I've turned the light off. Yeah. Just going through a bridge now, and I will show you more as we go along. We're just coming through. This is just a bridge, although it's tunnel-like. It's quite long, and there's, I don't know if you'll be able to see on there. It looks like there's either a boat right across the canal, or we've got to take a short right. Oh yeah, maybe they are actually. Yeah, I think they're moored. So we need to go round them to the right then. Okay, it's a bit confusing, look, can you see? All you could see was that. They're obviously got...
It's not uncommon.
Yeah, and it's not uncommon. Yeah.
Boats.
Yes, it's not uncommon to see boats across the canal, so, but looks like they're just moored up there. So we will go around. Escape procedure in operation if the beacon is flashing. That'll be time to crank it. I won't fancy, I think it said there weren't hyenas up there. Hyenas are the most scariest thing ever. I'd rather face a lion than a hyena, I think. Right, here we're coming up to some famous landmarks, look. floating restaurant, I think this is, isn't it? Yeah.
Direction changes, is there?
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
We're meant to be going left, you know?
No, that way. Yes, so, yeah, you do. That's the only way you can go, isn't it? So we're going to go left here. Perhaps beat the horn. Very weird to see this now, isn't it? We're used to seeing it on other vloggers' channels and walking past it on the towpath, and now we're cruising past it. So up there, no boats coming, so you're alright. Dear that, it's just on an handbrake turn, he said. This weather keeps threatening, look. Oh, windy. Right, just coming into Camden Lock, I think. So we will moor up and see what the score is. I don't know whether this lock is on or not today. We're soon going to find out. Another lock done. Right, that's 3 locks done. On to the next one. Look at this development. And they say no building takes place. Maybe not anywhere else, but there's certainly plenty going up in London.
I didn't fall for King's Cross.
these are the eco moorings that you can book, but they're usually the ones I think people say end up having to double, triple moor on, which we still might have to on the Islington ones, but we'll see when we get there. So we've got some lockies on helping, very lovely, just had a chin wag with them. Now we're in St Pancras Lock. What do you think of it so far?
Love it, yeah.
Good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Been lucky because it's
cold.
Yeah, it is cold. Because the weather's
surreal.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a bit surreal because the weather's not so nice. There's not so many people out. The words on the water bookshop there. Have to try and pop up at some point. Hood's up, raincoat on, ready to moor up now for lunch. Now we've done all that, we've just got to do the tunnel, which we're just about to go through. So this one's a bit longer than the one we did this morning. I will give you info when we get there. Ooh, nice to get in the tunnel and get out of the rain. I'll have to put the info on screen, which Chris keeps telling me off for saying, because then I don't do it. So I didn't get a chance to look at the tiny sign with tiny writing about the tunnel. So I'll have a look in the book.